Ancient hybrid creatures. Humans have always been fascinated with other life forms, whether it's from distant planets or different dimensions, or even created by us through scientific means. The idea of an alien race mixing their DNA with humans to create a new breed has captured our imaginations for decades. But what if this practice wasn't exclusive to science fiction? Here we find the Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations, whose mythology tells of a pantheon of gods and goddesses that share striking similarities with descriptions of extraterrestrials in modern accounts. According to Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki were a race of divine beings who descended from the heavens to earth. According to Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki were responsible for creating humans to serve as their slaves, a disturbing theory that aligns with certain aspects of ancient alien theory. Let's explore the intriguing evidence presented in the book The 12th Planet by Zechariah Sitchin, who proposed that the Anunnaki were, in fact, extraterrestrial visitors from a faraway planet named Nibiru. Sitchin claimed that according to ancient texts, the Anunnaki landed their spacecraft in the Persian Gulf and created the first humans by manipulating the genetic material of local hominids. Among the most intriguing beings in Egyptian mythology are the baboons, human hybrids, which appear in various forms throughout their religious texts and artwork. These creatures are often depicted as having the body of a baboon and the head and torso of a human, symbolizing the union of the physical and spiritual realms. In some cases, the baboons are shown with wings, further emphasizing their connection to the heavens and the divine. He theorized that the Anunnaki were humanoid in appearance, but had 4 arms, 4 wings, and the ability to reproduce both sexually and asexually. Thoth was the deity of wisdom, magic, and the moon, and he was often depicted as a baboon, or a man with a baboon head. The most famous example of this is the goddess Isis, who was the wife of Osiris and the mother of Horus. They are often shown in scenes depicting the pharaoh's connection to the divine, as well as in scenes depicting the pharaoh's power and authority. Baboons are also shown in scenes depicting the pharaoh's connection to the gods, particularly the sun god Ra. The pharaohs were considered to be the embodiment of Ra on earth, and they were often depicted as having a baboon head to symbolize this connection. She was often depicted as a baboon, or a woman with a baboon head. While these theories remain highly speculative, they invite us to expand our understanding of human origins and the potential for extraterrestrial influence on early civilizations. The concept of ancient genetic manipulation challenges conventional historical narratives and encourages us to question the very nature of humanity. If we were to uncover evidence of such practices, it would revolutionize our understanding of human evolution and our place in the cosmos. They saw the baboons not just as animals, but as sacred creatures that could bridge the gap between the living and the dead and connect humanity to the divine. Please share your thoughts and comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting episodes. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of our ancient past and the boundless wonders of our universe. The popularity of baboons in ancient Egypt led to their continued presence in Egyptian-inspired art, even after the ancient Egyptian civilization had fallen. Baboons are still used as symbols of the Egyptian pantheon, and are often depicted in contemporary art inspired by ancient Egyptian themes. Thoth was associated with writing and was believed to be the inventor of hieroglyphics. He was also considered to be the patron god of scribes, and was often invoked to help those who needed to learn to read or write. If we were engineered by an extraterrestrial race with advanced technology and knowledge, what does that say about our own potential and the limits of our understanding? The possibility of ancient genetic manipulation by the Anunnaki is a controversial topic, but one that cannot be ignored when exploring the mysteries of ancient civilizations and the potential for extraterrestrial life. As we continue to uncover the secrets of the past, we may find that the truth is stranger than fiction, and that the history of humanity is far more complex and fascinating than we ever imagined. Another example of a baboon-human hybrid in Egyptian mythology is the goddess Hathor. Hathor was the goddess of love, beauty, and music, and she was often depicted as a baboon or a woman with a baboon head. Hathor was associated with the pharaohs and was believed to have been the mother of Horus, the sky god. She was also considered to be the patron goddess of women and children. Some members of the Anunnaki, such as King Nimrod, were said to have mated with human females, producing hybrid offspring who possessed special abilities and knowledge. They were seen as intermediaries between the living and the dead, and were often depicted in tombs and on funerary objects. The baboons were mummified along with their human owners, and were believed to guide their souls to the underworld. During this time, the pharaohs were considered to be divine, and they were often depicted as baboons or baboon-headed humanoids. The most famous example of this is the Sphinx, which has the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh. The Sphinx is one of the most iconic monuments in the world, and it were believed to have been built around 2500 BC. The Egyptians kept baboons as pets, and they were also kept in temples and other public buildings. The baboons were fed and cared for by priests and were believed to be sacred animals. The Sumerians recorded these unions in their texts, which describe the hybrids as having bird-like features, perhaps alluding to avian humanoids or reptilian humanoids with feathered traits. These beings were not like any other gods. They possessed advanced technology and wisdom beyond human comprehension. One possibility is that they created the hybrids as part of a breeding program to produce a workforce capable of assisting them in building the Great Pyramid of Giza. Another theory is that the hybrids served as intermediaries between the Anunnaki and humans, facilitating communication and knowledge transfer. The concept of ancient genetic manipulation by the Anunnaki raises profound questions about the nature of humanity and our place in the universe. If we were engineered by an extraterrestrial race with advanced technology and knowledge, what does that say about our own potential and the limits of our understanding? The possibility of ancient genetic manipulation by the Anunnaki is a controversial topic, but one that cannot be ignored when exploring the mysteries of ancient civilizations and the potential for extraterrestrial life. As we continue to uncover the secrets of the past, we may find that the truth is stranger than fiction, and that the history of humanity is far more complex and fascinating than we ever imagined. The Anunnaki were tall, fair-skinned humanoids with reddish hair, a striking contrast to the dark-skinned Sumerians. Their leader was Enki, also known as Ea, who is described as having descended from the heavens in a fiery chariot drawn by divine horses. Other prominent Anunnaki include Enlil, the god of wind and air, and Nin-Hersog, the goddess of fertility and healing. What if evidence of ancient genetic manipulation can be found in the myths and legends of ancient cultures? In today's episode, we'll dive into the world of Sumerian and Egyptian mythology to investigate the shocking theories of ancient aliens and genetic manipulation. Prepare for a journey that will challenge everything you know about human origins and the nature of reality itself. You won't want to miss this. The Anunnaki in ancient Mesopotamia. Our journey begins in ancient Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. But what truly sets the Anunnaki apart are their supposed extraterrestrial origins. Sumerian texts claim that the Anunnaki came from a planet called Nibiru, which orbited the sun every 360 years. This celestial body, shrouded in mystery, was said to be home to the Anunnaki's advanced technology, and where they would return to every 360 years to recharge their batteries. To the Sumerians, the Anunnaki were not mere gods, but true saviors who brought knowledge and civilization to humanity. They taught the Sumerians how to farm, build cities, and even write, transforming them from nomadic hunter-gatherers to an advanced society. However, there was a darker side to the Anunnaki's influence. Despite bringing knowledge and prosperity to Sumer, they also imposed harsh laws and demanded obedience from their human subjects. The Anunnaki were a powerful and enigmatic race, and their presence on Earth left an indelible mark on human history. Evidence of genetic manipulation. While the Sumerians revered the Anunnaki as divine beings, their texts also hint at a more sinister side of these extraterrestrials. Sitchin's interpretation of ancient texts suggests that the Anunnaki may have used genetic engineering techniques to create these hybrids for specific purposes. Egyptian mythological creatures. Now let's turn our attention to ancient Egypt, another cradle of human civilization with its own pantheon of gods and goddesses. One of the most famous examples of a baboon-human hybrid in Egyptian mythology is the god Thoth. The Egyptians believed that the baboon-human hybrids possessed a special connection to the afterlife. Hybrid creatures and art. The worship of baboons in ancient Egypt dates back to the Old Kingdom period, which lasted from around 2686 to 2181 BC during the New Kingdom period, which lasted from around 1543 to 1292 BC. The Egyptians began to depict gods and goddesses as baboon-human hybrids. In addition to these specific examples, baboons are also depicted in many other contexts throughout ancient Egyptian art. The presence of baboon-human hybrids in ancient Egyptian art reflects the Egyptians' belief in the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual realms. The legacy of ancient genetic manipulation. Theories of ancient genetic manipulation by the Anunnaki and the depiction of hybrid creatures in ancient Mesopotamian and Egyptian art raise profound questions about the nature of humanity and our place in the universe. In conclusion, the Sumerian and Egyptian mythologies offer tantalizing glimpses into the realm of ancient genetic manipulation and the existence of hybrid creatures. Thank you for joining us on this thought-provoking journey. We hope that you have gained new insights into the fascinating world of ancient myths and the enduring mystery of human origins.